The one thing I did in my 20s that has really, really, really paid off for me and is still paying off is saving. I saved, even when there was no money, even when there wasn't enough money, I figured out ways to keep saving. It was the main focus, it was the main habit. That saving and that habit of saving has been tremendous in my life over the last 2 decades. I just turned 40. If I were to go back to my 20s, I would do the same thing. It has really, really been so beneficial. At first, it started off with saving for just in case anything happens, just in case it is needed. In other words, for emergencies. I knew I had nobody else to go to for emergencies. No one around me had. My siblings would give me the shirt off their back. I knew, but I also know we're all now becoming professionals. Some are still in school. So any major financial emergency was really on me. And so I was saving for just in case. So if I need it, I have it. And then when I had enough for just in case, it became my car. My car will be given up at any point. At least to me, it seemed like it because it was a very old car. So I knew at any point this could be it, right? And if I had to get a new car, that means I would have car payments. Well, my income as it was at the time cannot handle car payments. So I knew I did not want to add on to my monthly expenses, which means if I have to get a car, I need to make sure I have enough money to pay for it cash. I'm not looking at getting an expensive car, but whatever it is, I need to be able to pay cash, right? And that's what happens when you have this habit of saving. When you're very conscious about saving, you automatically know not to increase your monthly expenses because you increase your monthly expenses, you eat into your savings rate. You're not able to save at a higher pace or at a faster pace. And so once you're in that mindset of saving, you automatically get into a mindset of living below your means because you have to create a way to save. One plus one equals two. So having that habit of saving also kept me from increasing my living expense. It's a lot easier to live within your means when you don't have any. You're forced to. But when money comes in, when you start making more, if you haven't learned the habit of living within your means, actually below your means, because to save, you need to live below your means and have some to put away. If you haven't cultivated that habit, money will come in and you'll spend it. It's what it is. But having that habit now or cultivating that habit when I was in my 20s really helped as I kept getting older and income increased. So at first it was saving for just in case for emergencies. And then it became saving for a car, possibly needing a car. Thank God my car never gave up on me. And then I also got married. So I didn't need to use that money towards buying a car. And by the time I got married, two incomes coming in, more money, but our expenses also came in. And after we got married, it was saving up for our new living expenses to make sure we can cover up living expense for a few months and then a year. And that money helped towards the down payment for our house. Down the road, the savings habit is what helped us have down payment for what will be our new primary residence now in this new state we've moved into. Long story short, this savings that started in my 20s has really built up to help out now. I just turned 40. The habit of saving is what has helped us get to this point that we're at now, today. So if you're in your 20s, you're probably wondering, well, how much should I save? I hear you on the saving. How much should I save? What is the target? What is the goal? What should I be working towards? It varies. It varies because our expenses vary. Everyone in their 20s, their living expenses vary. So what you should do is start off with saving up 1 month's expenses or 1 month's paycheck. I like paycheck, but it's a lot easier to go by expenses because your paycheck may be higher than your expenses. So let's go with expenses. Save up 1 month's expenses, then 2 months, and then 3 months. What's advice is 3 to 6 months. I say go for nothing less than 6 months. I personally do a year, but I know that can be tough. Go for 6 months. You want to have at least 6 months worth of expenses saved. The thing is, you don't want to ever have to go into debt for anything. If you know you'll be needing a new car, cars are so expensive now. It's going to be hard for you to save up for a car. Unlike back in 2001, when I could get a good car for $8,000. I don't know if you can do that now. I may be wrong. I don't know if you can. So you may end up having to do a car loan, but at least you would have this savings to help buffer your monthly income until you make more, right? And you never know what you'll need money for. The point is, you would never have to carry on credit card debt because you need something, because you have the savings. So start up with that. The Federal Reserve 2022 survey of consumer finances says the average saving for under 35 is $20,000. But average is deceiving because high earners in their 20s will skew these numbers. So it's not about a set number, it's about making sure you have 6 months worth of expenses saved up. And when you have that, you'll be surprised how things come up. As you get older, things come up that you actually want to get, and that money will go towards it. The good thing is now, you have amazing ways to have this money earn you money. So not only would you be saving, you would be earning, your money would be working for you, unlike when I did mine. Now you have high yield savings account, lots of high yield savings accounts. Back then, 2008, 2009, it was really 0.01%. And the banks, the online banks that would offer higher rate then was SoFi. It was new. Online bank was new. Who the heck is trusting an online bank in 2009? Not me. 2010, not me, right? But now you could get a high yield savings account where you can save your money at 4%. That's huge compared to traditional banks. You could get CDs. Back then, I wasn't as financial savvy as I am now. I didn't know about CDs, certificate of deposit. You could lock your money in there. Now, you don't want to lock your emergency fund for the next 3 months. You don't want to log that in there because you can't access it, right? This is more for if you have more than 3 months expenses saved, then the rest you lock in there because you can't touch it. It's not as accessible, at least without a penalty anyway. But now you have options to park this money and have it work for you. So if you're in your 20s, which I'm thinking you are if you're watching this video, all this financial information online can be overwhelming. All the to-dos, you have to do this, you have to do that. Let your default be to save. Save, save, save. I will do another video about the one regret I have for my 20s. I would put it in here, but I really just want to keep this video simple about saving. Just save. Let that be your default. You can never go wrong with saving. Not only will it give you the money, but the habit of living below your means. And if you realize that based on what you make, you are unable to, well, in this video, I broke down how I was able to save on low income. Now, I understand 2008, 2009 is a decade ago and things were different. I know. So you may have to, tailor things, but a lot of things in those videos still applies. I hope that helps you. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video.